And good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. A Carson City man says the court clerk there is illegally backdating judicial filings for the state attorney general.
And he's only sharing those claims with News 4's Ben Briscoe, who joins us now live in the studio with the details. Ben.
Before you hear what proof this man says he has, you should know the clerk's office declined an on-camera interview with us where they could explain their side of the story. And when you listen to this, please keep in mind you're only hearing one point of view. The only perspective that's willing to go on camera. It's all new at 5.
I think the proof is very solid.
Todd Robbins says this court filing by the Attorney General's office in his wrongful termination case against the State Department of Taxation was dated in time to meet a procedural deadline, December 20th. But it wasn't actually turned over to the court until at least the next day after that deadline.
The document wasn't in the file.
On the afternoon of December 21st, Robin had a legal processor check to see if the document had been filed on time. A court clerk worker then signed this certified docket report for the case, showing the brief was not in their computer system yet. That legal processor also submitted this affidavit, swearing the clerk's office spent 40 minutes looking to make sure it wasn't in their hard copy files either. According to both these documents, no record of the brief was found on the 21st, but that filing in question is still stamped, saying it was there on the 20th.
It's a big public concern because the public has the right to a fair court system.
The clerk's office manager, Max Cortez, declined an on-camera interview, faxing over this handwritten official statement, reading, "Because this case is on appeal with the Supreme Court, I am unable to make any comments." She also attached this 2-paragraph letter sent from the clerk's office to Robin, reading, "After reviewing your case file, I have found no discrepancies."
However, after the commercials started running promoting our story, the court manager did call News 4 back to explain procedurally how a document could come in one day but not be in the system until a few days later. For example, say a filing comes in on Friday afternoon. Well, then it will be physically stamped Friday the 13th. But if it's not something that's due in court until down here, the clerks might set it aside and get back to it Monday to be entered into the electronic system. Now say they're super slammed again on Monday. The court administrator says it could even theoretically be Tuesday the 17th before that document coming in on the 13th actually gets filed electronically.
The Attorney General's office also declined an on-camera interview with the statement that these allegations are, as a matter of law, not true. Court documents were properly filed.
Do you think it's possible this was just sitting in a file somewhere and hadn't gone into the system yet?
Every clerk was checked, and the law clerk and the I believe even the judge. I stand by it. The document wasn't filed.
Why would the clerk do this? Why would they risk their career for this?
That's a good question. Well, first of all, if you do miss a filing date, the case could be thrown out. Okay.
Robin also said the judge in the case was good friends with one of the defendants. He adds that the judge, James Wilson Jr., refused to investigate the possible backdating, and court records obtained by the fact-finder team show the judge then signed this order, saying Robin's conduct was disruptive and counterproductive. Robin was also not allowed to call, write, email, or otherwise communicate directly with court staff after that. News 4 has been calling the judge for more than a week, and he still hasn't gotten back to us for comment. And Robin says he's speaking out to us now because there's nowhere else to go for help, and he hopes there will be a public outcry after this story.
And all I'm asking for is an investigation into the matter. I haven't accused anybody specifically in the court, but there has to be an investigation.
And to give you a little more context about the man making these claims, News 4 has just obtained these 5 restraining orders against him by some of his ex-coworkers who say they felt threatened by Robin. Now, Robin tells me that's all a misunderstanding and overreaction. He also says he's contacted the FBI about the possible backdating and filed a judicial ethics complaint against the judge. And in addition to that, he has an appeal in the Nevada Supreme Court about his case. A hearing date for that has not yet been set. Live in the studio, Ben Briscoe.